on this computer. Hopefully this recording do a little better than the last one. All right, how to create a successful trading plan. Learn how to create a trading plan and put it into action. With a smart plan, you'll have guidance in the market. All right, so if you starting a business, you want money, you got a plan. Anything you do in life, you should got some structure to it, right? And the same thing with trading. There's a serious business. You plan to make serious money, so you should always be working with a plan, even if it's something simple, and then you start to expand as you get more knowledge. So even I was telling persons, even if it's something as simple as um, every signal that comes out, you may enter the signal one time and then try to analyze it. Try to analyze it when you have time and try to see what the signal, where the signal is called, where the take profit and stop loss levels were given, and try to figure out like what levels the trader is looking at and why the trade idea was formed, right? And that would also help you when you're trying to create your own trade ideas. All right. So how you analyze from like the higher time frames or whatever and come down, or if you analyze strictly on the H1 time frame. All right. So all of these things you would include in your plan, right? So what is a trading plan? Basically a comprehensive decision-making tool for your trading activity. It helps you decide what, when, how much, right? So it basically takes a lot of the guesswork out of your trading. So like me, I now come from the gym. If I go to the gym and I don't got a workout in mind, my gym work, my session does be all over the place. I just try to be taking out exercises, but when I come to the gym, I got my plan on my phone. I just beat through that workout, finish, lime a little bit, then go home, right? Finish in less than an hour and thing. But if I don't got a plan, I'll be all over the place for the whole night, right? And the same thing in trading. You gotta got a plan, all right? It says the plan should be your own. The plan should be personal, right? So let me see what they call, right? So Cafian or Lennox that can be busy at work can't got the same plan as myself or Jamal that might got a little bit more free time. People that are busy, they got a way better plan, right? Especially in terms of if you analyze a chart or if you waiting for a setup, you will have your pre-planned trades, right? So you get to a point that you would have pre-planned trades and you're just waiting for price to get to whatever level you're looking at for you to enter the trade. When it gets there, you enter, execute, and you just wait to see what price does, if it goes in your favor or not. All right, so and just go down the line. Feel free to make notes and let these things apply them to your plan. All right, if you don't have a plan for this session or this weekend, you should create your trading plan. And like if I ask you about it, you should be able to pull for your trading plan, right? And show me all the different things, components in your trading plan, even if it's something simple and basic. All right, your plan can include anything you will find useful, but it should always cover your motivation for trading, your why, the time commitment you want to make. It should set aside time every day, if not every couple of days, an hour, hour and a half. Divide your time going through the academy, watching somebody, and then doing chart markups on your own. All right, the time that you want to commit every day or every couple of days, make sure you got like a little schedule. Tuesday, or when it's come on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. See, even since come on Sunday and Tuesday, whoever you're watching, watch your people. Um, have some time to try to analyze charts on your own Not only when an educator is there, but try to do it by yourself, experiment, so that
Kamar, just mute the mic.
yeah, so that you got a feel of what's going on by yourself, right? You don't always want to be dependent. You got to sometimes jump into the end, right? And see what it feels to not got somebody to lean on. And then you could go back and lean on them again, then pull away, right? Till you able to walk, right? So you're able to walk on your own. Your trading goals. You should always got your goals, whether it be a target you want to reach overall. Like say I want to get my account to $1,000, that'll be my first target. Or if I want to set daily targets, whatever the case is. A lot of people use the daily targets, but I like to set like a weekly goal, because you know daily it could be up and down, and a trade may not play out the same day. But I like to set like a weekly target or overall target I want to grow my trading account to. All right, your attitude to risk. All right, risk is the most important thing. As a trader, you should always focus on how much you're risking, way more than your profits. Right? If you enter a trade at a high lot size, you might want to use a tighter stop loss so you don't risk too much of your account. All right, the risk is one of the main things, even with professional traders. All right, so your attitude to risk, your available capital for trading, your personal risk management rules. All right, the markets you want to trade, your strategies, and your steps for record keeping. All right, so these are some things that you should include in your trading plan. Make sure and note them down. All right, and then just go down. Trading plan is different to a trading strategy, which defines precisely how you should enter and exit trades. All right, an example of a simple trading strategy would be buy Bitcoin when it reaches 5,000 and sell when it reaches 6,000. All right, so even if you trade more than one strategy, notice that's something you include as part of your trading plan, along with all the other aspects, right? So if you trade the Power of Three by Lindar, that's one strategy in your plan. If you trade Monday highs and lows and levels with Warren Wright, that's another strategy in your trading plan. So all of that should be included, right, along with your risk management on all the other stuff. Right? Why do you need a trading plan? You need a plan because it can help you make logical trading decisions, right? And define parameters for your ideal trade. A good trading plan will help you to avoid making emotional decisions in the heat of the moment. Right? The benefits of a trading plan include blah blah blah. So I just talk about this a little bit. Sometimes, you would, I don't know people if people do this, but I used to do this. I used to just like say, man, this trade I play out, let me enter. Instead of waiting for my confirmations, I say, man, I can just enter and they can eventually turn, so I ain't gonna care. Right? That's what I call wild trading, or trading because out of boredom. All right, so you should never do that. You should got your confirmations and you should got a system in place for yourself, right? Get rid of a lot of those emotional decisions. Have it structured, right? That would take care of your emotion when it comes to if you're frightened to get in the trade. All right, this could get rid of that fear. If you know that you when you see a confirmation you can take that trade, just have your plan. You would have tested it before, or you're gonna be testing it now, whatever the case is, and you gotta take the leap, right? It's all the process. You gotta take the leap. You gotta jump and enter the trade. Enter it again. Enter it 10 times. Enter it 20 times. Review it. Make sure that it's working, and then implement it with a bigger trading account, because you got faith that it can play out. You can make money, right? That's all the process. Right, so the benefits of a trading plan include easier trading. All the planning has been done up front, so you can trade according to preset parameters, right? All you gotta do is wait on the market, identify what you're looking for, and execute. Once you got that plan in place, make more objective decisions. You already know when you should take profit and cut losses, right? Which means you can take emotions out of your decision making process, right? Quick decisions. Like part of my trading plan is um, every time I get to 30 pips, I close half of my position, right? I close half of my position and I move my stop loss to break even. That's part of my personal plan, all right? And I do that, then I let the other trade ride, right? Let the other half of my position ride, all right? And that's something that I could do without thinking, okay? It helps you to better trading discipline. It helps you with better trading discipline. When you're sticking to your plan with discipline, you can discover why certain trades work and others don't. All right? More room for improvement. Defining your record keeping procedures enables you to learn from past trading mistakes and improve your judgment. Right? Something very important is record keeping. Right? I did accounts at UE. I did a number of business courses, and one of the things that stuck out to me is documentation, right? Documentation, and that's your proof, right? That's part of your process, and it could show you your results. Trading is a results-driven something, right? When you could see your results, as bad as they may be, um, this can help you to improve, right? You can review them and always improve on whatever mistakes you're making. And as I've been doing my research and stuff, I come across things, and something that came across is that if you're applying for like a professional training position, right, your employers ask to see your track record, right? Um, they just want to see that you've been active, even if you have not been the most profitable. Just having that track record alone shows that you have experience in the market, and you actually trade in the market, and you make mistakes, you learn. So you're actually better off than people that sit and watch, right? Sit and watch all the time and don't take any trades. Actually a step ahead. Okay, so those are just some of the benefits of having a trading plan. You could take note, right? And as you create your plan and you execute it, you can see all of these things just come into play, right? You can see it fall into play. Trading can become a lot easier, and you're not going to feel that pressure anymore, right? And I find things run a lot smoother once you have a plan. You don't gotta be hustling to get in trades, out of trades, or you don't gotta be hustling at all. You just follow through. All right? There are 7 easy steps to follow when creating a successful trading plan. All right, outline your motivation, decide how much time you can commit to trading, define your goals, choose a risk to reward ratio, decide how much capital you have for trading, assess your market knowledge, and start a trading diary. All right, so it goes through each point. Right, we can just go through this, and this is something that I just pull up on Google, right? How to create a successful trading plan. Okay, outline your motivation. All right, figure out your motivation for trading, and the time you're willing to commit is an important step in creating your trading plan. Ask yourself why you want to become a trader, and then write down what you want to achieve from trading. All right, in anything, once you're planning, you need to have your goals, you need to know your why, right? When things get hard and you have that why to lean on, you can keep pushing on. It can give you the motivation to just get back up, to solve from your losses, learn from them, and keep persevering. All right, it could be hard sometimes as a beginner. All right, it might seem like why you spending this money to try to learn this skill, but think of the why all the time. Think of your goal. What if you become successful? When you become successful at this skill, right? How your life is gonna be. All right, when you achieve these goals, how you're gonna feel and how you're gonna be able to move on and achieve more and do more with your life. Help your family, help the people in your environment and around you, right? All the good things you could do. Build something for the next generation to come, right? Help the community, whatever you want to do, whatever that way is, take care of your family, whatever. All these things are possible once you can master this skill. Okay, decide how much time you can commit to trading. Work out how much time you can commit to your trading activities. Can you trade while you're at work? Caffeine, can you? Or do you have to manage your trades early in the morning or late at night? Right? You gotta know how much time you could give, right? And when you could trade, right? And you gotta be able to identify how the market is moving when you have the time that you could trade, right? If not, if it can't fit into your lifestyle, right, you need to look again at your schedule and how you trade and try to best suit it into your lifestyle or shift around your lifestyle to suit trading, right? Whichever you feel you should do it, right? But you need to have that balance, right? If you don't have that balance, even if you decide to put more focus on trading for a while, put some stuff on the back burner until you kind of get a little flow going, and then ease off for some of the education and stuff in trading and just practice a little bit, right? Is gonna come. So like for me, I just cut off a lot of stuff and I just buckled down till I got to a stage where I became a little bit more confident, and then my time freed up a lot more. So the education stage is a stage where you really got to put in our work, the initial stages, okay? And if you head hard like mine and you got take some losses, well, that's for you. But if you can be coachable and you can listen to your mentors and follow and not have to go through the losses and the bad experiences that they went through, you could get there a lot quicker. But me, I harder, so I had to learn the hard way. All right. If you want to make a lot of trades a day, you need more time. If you're going long on assets that will mature over a significant period of time, and plan to use stops, limits, and alerts to manage your risks, you may not need many hours a day, right? So all of this, you trade entries, all right? You trade entries. If you plan to use stops and limits, you could just decide to set them at certain levels and wait, right? With the levels, you would have that freedom a lot more. You could identify where the right shoulder is and set a limit order there, and you may be able to just leave that and check back during the day to see if price has reached your limit order and if it activated, right? So for working persons, that's the advantage of using the levels, all right? Set your limit order at the right shoulder, stop loss 50 pips, take profit 25 to 30 pips, and go about your day. You might come back and even see a balance has grown, all right? So all these things you need to look at and how trading would actually suit your work and the life that you live in currently. It's also important to spend enough time preparing yourself for trading, which includes education, practicing your strategies, and analyzing the markets, right? Three key things. And these should be part of your day when you come to trade. If you're looking at trading every day, it should always include these three things, right? Practicing the strategy, analyzing, and education. I find for me, if I look to journalize and review my trades, I would try to do that on a weekend or whenever I have more time, right? When I'm not really looking for trades or whatever, I could I could do some of my journalizing and reviewing. All right, define your goals. Any trading goal should be a simple statement, right? It should be specific, measurable, blah blah blah, smart. Right? For example, I want to increase the value of my entire portfolio by 15% in the next 12 months, right? And when we trading forex and we look at 15%, right? For most persons, 15% does sound like a little bit. For people that's got 10% growth plans, right? But again, that's when you really want to build a small account. But imagine you got a big account, couple $1,000, and you growing it 15%, right? In 12 months. But we what we do now is we grow it out in a week or a couple of days. So imagine when the account is big and you could do that in a week or a couple of days, right? How much money you're gonna be getting. So the trading, seeing the potential was always one of the things that kept me going. Knowing that when I'm successful, I could afford anything, right? I could get how much money I want to get in a week, and gotta give my time to get the same amount of money that I would gotta spend a whole month working for somebody, right? And keeping that thought at the back of my mind is what kept me going often, right? That eventually I'm gonna get there and it will pay off, right? This goal is smart because the figures are specific. You can measure your success. It's attainable. It's about trading, and there's a time frame attached to it. Right? You should also decide what type of trader you are. Your trading style should be based on your personality, your attitude to risk, as well as the amount of time you're willing to commit to trading. There are four main trading styles: position trading, holding positions for weeks, months, or even years. This focuses on long-term profitability, swing trading, holding positions for several days or weeks. You take advantage of midterm market moves, day trading, opening and closing a small number of positions, trades in the same day, and not holding any positions overnight, eliminating some costs and risks. Right? So like swap, some brokers is put on swap on your trades. Right? So the traders they run from that. And scalping, placing several trades per day for a few seconds or minutes, right? In an attempt to make small profits that add up to a large amount, right? And in terms of setting goals, I find taking it step by step really helps, right? So having goals for like smaller increments. Although you want to make $10,000 on your trading account, right? You gotta build up to that. So breaking it down, breaking down the figures. So if I want to get to $10,000, I first gotta grow my $200 account to $300. I gotta turn out 300 to 350 or four, and build it. Look for these small term goals, and that will help you to climb your way to the overall target, right? Choose a risk to reward ratio. Before you start trading, work out how much risk you're prepared to take on, both for individual trades and your trading strategy as a whole. As a whole, deciding your risk limit is very important. Uh, some new traders prefer to take on lower risks to test the waters, while some take on more risks in hopes of making larger profits. This is completely up to you, right? So some people may be able to top up the trading account if they blow it. If they blow it several times, they may be able to top up the trading account. So they may choose to risk a greater percentage of their account. They may choose to risk half their account with a big lot size um, in the hunt for a big payout, right? So it's all up to you what you could afford, and all of that should be in your plan, right? It's possible to lose more times than you win and still be consistently profitable. It's all down to risk to reward. Traders like to use a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 3 or higher, which means that the possible profit made on a trade will at least double the potential loss, right? To work out the risk to reward ratio, compare the amount you're risking to the potential gain. For example, if you're risking $400 on a trade and the potential gain is $100 on a trade and the potential gain is 400, the risk to reward ratio is 1 to 4. Remember, you can manage your risk with stops or stop losses, right? So Stevenson goes for that low risk, high reward strategy, right? Where he could enter a trade and he could get stopped out because there's only 11 pips. He could get stopped out 5 times, and you will find when he enters his sixth trade, it may just go in his direction, and he would make back all the money he lost and more. Right? So that's where your risk to reward would basically cover the small losses that you would have made with right, one big gain. Right? So all of that you have to take into consideration, right? All these little things, that you need to have in your plan, they come together, and when it starts to play out, that's when you really could get comfortable with trading and reap the rewards, right? Decide how much capital you have for trading. Look at how much money you can afford to dedicate to trading. You should never risk more than you can afford to lose. Trading involves plenty of risks, and you could end up losing all of your trading capital or more if you are a professional trader. Do the math before you start and make sure you can afford the maximum potential loss on every trade. Right? If you do not have enough trading capital to start right now, practice trading on a demo account until you do. Right? Very important. So the different ways to grow a small trading account. Some people would start with a small balance, but dedicate like a certain portion of their salary every month. They will be trading and trying to grow it, but still they would put on a little bit and put on a little bit more every month. Just put on a little bit, and that would help grow the account, right? And limiting the withdrawals that you taking from your trading account. That will help you to grow that account, right? And it all comes down to your goals, right? And doing the math, right? Doing the math is very important. If you got a trading goal, you know how much pips you gotta get. You know what lot size you're using. You could do the math to see how much money you could potentially make a week, right? So break it down. Break it down. If you know you got your goal, you gotta find a certain number of trades for the week, and you're using your risk management, so you don't want over leverage, but you still want to meet your goal. So you gotta work out how much trades you need to enter, how much pips you need to take at what lot size. If you find a better opportunity, you might tell yourself you want to risk a little more with a higher lot size and potentially gain more in that one trade if it seems that it's more probable to play out. Right? Assess your market knowledge. Details of your trading plan will be affected by the market you want to trade. This is because a forex trading plan, for example, will be different to a stock trading plan. First, evaluate your expertise when it comes to the asset class and markets, and learn as much as you can about the one you want to trade. Then consider when the market opens and closes, the volatility of the market, how much you can stand to lose or gain per point of movement in the price. If you're not happy with these factors, you may want to choose a different market. All right. So like crypto versus forex. All right. Crypto is a lot more volatile. So you might be looking for that volatility, that speed, and you try to trade that. Right. Versus the forex that could be a bit slow at times. All right. It all depends on what you're looking for. So you could explore the different markets. If you think you have a bigger account and you want trading crypto and using like Swipe Coin to help you and stuff like that, explore it, right? Probably just leave your money there, go through the resource, the knowledge, the products, test it till you decide you have the confidence to risk your money. If it's a lot or if you want to just risk a little bit and play with that and save some money on the side till you're ready to really focus on a big account. Right? So I advise people sometimes it might be best to just save for like a big account and start with that. If you wanna see certain results. If you can trade and see cents and dollars till you build your trading account, start to save up your money. Start with a thousand US or something that you could see $25 or $50 for every trade. Right? If the cents and thing ain't really doing nothing for you and you feel like it ain't worth your while, get competent, get comfortable in what you're doing, and then invest more. So that when you see the numbers and the results, it seem more worthwhile to you, right? Again, it all comes down to the person. All right, it comes down to the person. It's very personal. Start a trading diary. For a trading plan to work, it needs to be backed up by a trading diary. You should use your trading diary to document your trades, as this can help you find out what's working and what isn't. You don't only have to include the technical details such as entry, exit points of the trade, but also the rationale behind the trades, the trading decisions, and the emotions, right? If you deviate from your plan, write down why you did it, what the outcome was. The more detail in your diary, the better. All right. So for me, my diary, I like to take a screenshot. So I would take a screenshot, copy it into a Word document, probably put a little description underneath what pair it is, my potential gain, my potential risk, probably what pattern I trade in, if I trade in a pattern, why I get in this trade, if I see an engulfing candle, or if I see a certain reversal pattern, whatever, right? Whatever you feel you need to put in your diary, put down. So that when you come back, if the trade went against you, you could analyze it, try to figure out why. If you see it happening again, you would know not to enter that trade again, right? But if it plays out, and you see it play out 5 times in your trading journal, or 10 out of 10 times, you may decide that that is the pattern for you. And you can only trade this one pattern, as boring as it may seem, you making money, right? So if you could only trade one pattern and be profitable, why trade other patterns? Why trade other strategies, right? Why be all over the place trying to learn all this other stuff when what you're here to do, you getting done with something simple and effective, right? You don't gotta be complicated in trading. Simplicity is bliss. Example of a trading plan. You can use the questions and answers below to help formulate your trading plan. Remember, your trading plan is a personal roadmap. You should therefore consider your own unique circumstances when creating one. Right? What is my motivation for trading? I want to challenge myself and learn as much as I can about the financial markets to create a better future for myself. What is my time commitment? Set aside enough time to monitor your trades and consider what time of the day will work best for you. Some people like to start the market, others like to look at the market in the morning or during the day or in the evening, right? But it's always recommended that you manage your risk with stop losses, right? But this is especially true if you plan to keep positions open while you will not be monitoring them. Okay, very important. Always put a stop loss. Market could crash any time of the day, right? A lot of these stocks and stuff reaching peak highs. Okay, so people was talking about like stock market crashes since last year. All this year, people have been talking about stock market due a crash and recession coming and that kind of thing. So don't be surprised if you come back and see your account blown because you use a stop loss and the market decided to crash. I remember last year, all the yen pairs around this time too, or January or December, all the yen pairs just crashed hundreds of pips, like 400 and some pips, a big long sell spike here, and I blew a account because I had a stop loss, right? And I will never forget that. So I done went through that, and I all of my trades nowadays, most of them have a stop loss, right? They may not have a take profit because if it crash in my direction, I'm gonna be smiling, right? I prefer the crash in my direction than against me. So I always manage my risk. I always manage my risk even more than I manage the potential profit I can make, right? Because whenever I enter stop loss, I comfortable losing that money. That's what I mean. I comfortable losing that money. If I lose it, ain't nothing. I get up and go again and make more money. What is my risk to reward ratio? You calculate your desired risk to reward ratio, compare the amount of money you want to risk on each trade to the potential gain. If you if your maximum potential loss is $200 and the maximum potential gain is $600, the risk to reward ratio is 1 to 3. It's recommended that you only risk a small percentage, blah, blah, blah. Less than 2% is considered sensible, while more than 5% is considered high risk. How much trading capital do I want to set aside? I will set aside $1,000 a month for the first 6 months. Which markets will I trade? I want to trade the forex markets and hard commodities like gold. Right? How will I review my trades and my performance? I will start a diary, make notes with every trade, review the notes every weekday morning, and do a recap of the month. I'll write down successes, failures, and why I made certain decisions, how I feel about trading every day. I'll use my notes to revise my strategy every 3 months. All right, so that's it for trading plan. All right, any questions? Anybody? Kieran, got anything to add?
I want to touch on the fact that you mentioned you was in the yen market and obviously it crashed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in January, I don't know if you remember when I told you that I was in Bitcoin
Mm-hmm.
and the broker that I was using there, which was like Forex,
Mm-hmm.
they crashed Bitcoin because they could see, like for example, like the market was due to go up based on the pattern and everything that was there. Like the market was due to buy,
Mm,
but instead, like coin literally crashed Bitcoin from $7,000 to $500, and then bring it back up. So it was a
mm,
huge
back out.
spike,
Wow. Wow.
right? And as a result of that, obviously, like people's accounts would have been blown
Mm-hmm.
beyond their stop loss because they had a stop loss. And there's another point too. I guess you could explain to everybody on the call about market slippage, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where you should practice proper risk management with regards to lot sizes because market slippage can happen. And basically, what this broker did was that although we had in stop losses, they bypassed the stop loss and your account got taken down to the $500 with Bitcoin and then back up to 7,000. So it was that your stop loss didn't even matter. So you could go into detail and just explain a bit about market slippage so that person on the call could understand that sometimes it could occur.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what Karen is saying is true. I don't know if anyone ever traded news, but sometimes if you trade news with like limit orders, because um, when we trade in, we our transactions have to the process through the broker. So basically, if there's any lag between our system to them and their system to the actual market, there will be slippage. Everything isn't instant as you may think, right? So sometimes if a new spike or if there's a spike, the amount of speed that the spike happens at, you may have a limit order set at a certain level, and the broker actually gets to process this a little late because the spike happens so fast. You would be entered at a worse off entry, and the same thing for stop losses. You may look for your stop loss to be hit at a certain price point, and because the spike was so fast, your stop loss only triggered when price was at the bottom of the spike or halfway through the spike, whereas you might have your stop loss tight on your entry. By the time it triggers, it might be at the bottom of the spike, depending on the broker, right? Yeah, it ain't cool at all, but that's why as a beginner you should already trade news, right? And spikes, they happen, but it's just how it goes, right? So I like to Google everything. Let me see if I can find market slippage. Right? Slippage refers to all situations in which a market participant receives a different trade execution price than intended. Slippage occurs when the bid-ask spread changes between the time of a market order, the time a market order is requested, and the time an exchange or other market maker executes the order, right? So the time that you execute your trade versus the time your broker actually gets to execute the order on your behalf, basically. All right, so that is basically market slippage. It don't happen too often, so it's nothing to be frightened for, right? Anybody got any other questions? So I got a question for everybody on this call. How many people have actually written down a trading plan as yet, right? How many people? Just type in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic thing. But all right, Caffeine got the trading plan. Anybody else? How many people have or do not have a trading plan as yet? Even if you start to create one, that will count for me. If you start if you put any pen to paper to develop a plan, If something is in making, that's fine. Right? Not in depth. It's very basic. Basic is okay. Right? Not using it is okay too. Right? If you have one, right? All right. Shane create his plan. I got my plan. Kieran, you got a plan? I see eyes, but I ain't hear you say if you got a plan or not. You ever write down a training plan, Coach Kier? Or we got licks for you. Coach Kier going quiet now, boy. That's alright. Sharifa doesn't have one as yet. Alright. So more often than not, you could start with like just a basic plan for taking signals, right? If a signal comes out, your plan could be to analyze the signal with whatever trading method you're using. That alone is a plan, along with all the other things that were listed. But basically, how you're analyzing and the strategy you're using is something very key. And most people tend to start with that in their trading plan, like the strategy. And then you can start to build on all the other things around it, right? This plan that we went through really goes in depth, right? So you could sit down when you got time and really look in depth at how you want to create your trading plan. But for now, tonight, at least start with the strategy you're using, right? Write down the steps for your strategy, right? Write down how you want to record your journal. Some people use Excel spreadsheets. Others, like me, would just copy and paste screenshots because I trade a lot of patterns. So the visual is key. And I find as a beginner too, getting accustomed to seeing how price action plays out is very useful, right? So when you go to enter trade market execution, you would have seen how the price action plays out in the past, or how the setup looks in the past, and you can identify it in the current market. Right, so for me, I like screenshots. Other persons may like the Excel spreadsheet and noting down the time and the date that you executed the trade, and even going back in on the charts and just pulling up, going back to the past and looking for the setup on the live charts. Right, it makes no difference. Right, so that's something very key for me. These two things, the strategy that you're using and journalizing your trades, is gonna help you improve and skyrocket and advance your trading. Right, when you sit down and review, especially your losses, when you read the COVID losses and realize it was from not being patient enough, right, or because you were too anxious, right, and then you check back the trade. Even if you ain't got a journal, people just look at trades and they close the trade, then check it back and realize it play out because the stop loss was too tight. You hit the stop loss and then play out, or whatever the case may be, right? And these are mistakes that happen as a beginner. You put your stop loss right above support or resistance. You put your stop loss too tight and you hit, right? And part of that is your risk management too. So all these little things, if you have a journal, you start to become aware of your mistakes, right? And once your mind opens up to all the little errors that you're making, and you become aware of these mistakes, you can correct them, right? You can correct them, you can improve, and your trading game will get a lot better, a lot faster. That learning curve can improve, right? Just by having a plan in place, right? So over the weekend and next week, whatever, try to work on your plan. Don't let this year end and you don't have some sort of plan, right? We got some nice steps here on how to create a plan. So sit down, put some thought into it, put some effort. Don't just be don't just be lackadaisical with this opportunity. Don't just take it for granted that because you get signals and you got products and stuff like that, that everything will always be sweet and things will come easy. Right? When you put in this work in depth and you really try to be competent with this and be a professional with it, right? You can see the results. If you just going haphazard and all over the place, it can take you longer, right? I heard Lindarcy on his calls, you gotta become slightly obsessed with it, right? And for me, obsession plays a great deal in my success, right? I played hockey for Barbados for a number of years since I was like 16, 17. And that came from my obsession with the sport, right? So anything that for me, the most things I've been successful with came through my obsession with the stuff, even with trading. Trading, Shane going through it now, where he would just be cranking night and day or whatever time he got, right? So that obsession does really kind of take you to the next level. And if you apply it to whatever, you find that you can improve leaps and bounds, right? So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be obsessed for too long, or not really try to balance it. You still gotta balance it with life, all right? Because we all got our life to live, and we need to make the income for whatever responsibilities we have. But the other free time that you might be on Netflix, or you might be scrolling through Instagram, whatever, you might be wasting time that you could be dedicating to this, so that in the future you have even more time that you could go back and relax and maybe spend more time with your family or whatever the case is. All right, so we all should look to develop our trading plans soon, as soon as possible, I would say. All right, any questions? Anybody got any questions? Any comments? All right. So, I guess we could look at some charts now. Let me look at levels. Let me see if we got any setups in the market. All right, anybody was watching any trades that they think might be good trades? We could look at them. All right. Since I was doing a lot of the one-on-ones, I wasn't really trading that much, right, Shane? You know you can stop sharing now and you can share your screen.
I'm sure if you can hear me.
Hello? All right. Yeah, Shane, don't waste the time. GBP odd. Yeah, I can see the screen. So you could do what you're doing. There you can unmute your mic and talk to. All right, Shane, you can unmute your mic when you're ready. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. Listen, I even drop Geod. I should look at doing. I was looking at it on the daily first,
Mm-hmm.
right? Realized yesterday it will close with a with a bullish engulfing.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, day before
Yeah,
it
before, right.
closed with a bullish engulfing. So then to look at today's candle, I realized that today's candle market went into a sell.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you see these pin bars like this here at our resistance area.
Mm-hmm.
We were really looking for the market to get the drop
Mm-hmm. It's
and
true.
to reverse,
To,
right?
to reverse, correct.
Really, and I don't know if anybody else do the top down analysis. It's something that I really trying to understand now. This is
Mm-hmm.
a perfect example, reading the candlestick Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Apart inside that when the guy they say your previous candle or your closing candle is a very important candle,
Yep. Especially on the daily.
especially on the daily. Right? That previous candle can tell you where the market really looking to go if it's day, if it's the next day. Like for
Mm-hmm.
instance, like here, we have caught that 2 days ago. This boy here was 90 somebody pips,
Mm-hmm. Not by.
right?
Yeah.
You could apply the power of tree on this and capture some pips.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know here before too. I don't know if people are interested in trading on daily candle in Detroit. Either are. Right? Right. Can't lose the one. Right. So it's the price fly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're gonna break the fly down a lot. I would have entered already because basically I really looking for it to come back into Monday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come back into Monday. And I look to push. So at least to the 50%. So even if they come back in here and land that structure,
Mm-hmm.
right? We were along there. This area here. Right?
Anywhere between there.
Yeah. So we at least gonna enter from right there. Uh 20 pips or so. But chances are I'm looking for it to actually give me a retest.
Mm-hmm.
And
And go down
drop
further.
go further down,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even if it come anywhere in this area here, as you can see, this structure right here in this area,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, burn across this area, right? Yeah, so I entered on a 0.01 already,
Mm-hmm.
so and
Okay.
it actually started to drop. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was looking at, but I don't know. Every market could just keep it red, just like one go red, red, green, red, green.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at actually come. And then to the flag is a well, look at the momentum of the candles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already getting that by momentum at
Again, up
all.
by momentum, One, two,
Just to talk a little harder.
sorry. One, the momentum candles, you gain more bearish momentum. Two, if
Mm-hmm.
we look at it as two, if we want to draw flags, you got you can have a bearish pennant,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's just gonna have to be very expected for the market to break lower, to come down.
All right.
Although we're trying to do the Monday highs, you can still actually find patterns actually to confirm the movement. So that's something that people could probably look for. Well traded if you're using the levels or the Monday highs and lows. Right? I was also looking at I think we missed some good moves though, Camardo, see? And doing levels, I think we should look to trade by the day because remember Orin just trade by day. Tuesday he looked for him moving, and then Wednesday he looked for the move. Thursday he prepared for Thursday move, and then he's done by Friday.
Right.
So if you're watching a pair, for instance, this would be a good pair to watch because of the distance between the Monday line, the range. This range was a whole 100. This is a rate of whole 181 pips.
Yeah, I mean I moved like 100 pips every day this week.
Exactly, right? So, and then when we look at the overall market, and as I say, the city states when they go back in the market, I don't know why when they're gonna analyze a zone. I guess it not take your time. You got the breakout right here. Breakout right here. You see?
Yeah, the break above there, the break and retest.
And then it come back, retest, went up to resistance, hit, come back down. So the market was ranging in between here all the time before it actually broke out yesterday. It went up, right? And it looking to fall now. So if you were watching the market properly from by looking left, we would have realized this area here, right? And get some good movements on the odds. So when the market broke out at first, and it came back down, it hit resistance here, previous resistance here, and it came back down. Market came back down to that support 128 pips, right? And that was Tuesday. So look, Wednesday, roughly the same 128 pips plus further later, plus it went further. Right?
Nice reversal.
Yeah. So just showing people going back through the trades, table you just spoke about going back over your trades. That's something you just do a lot. You can that you do a lot now.
Even the GCAD, right? The GCAD that we caught yesterday, I went in gym and I tell my cousin, man, I did trading and teaching some people. And this girl said, wait, you just trade? The girl said, man, I know catch GCAD there for 90 pips in a buy. I said, like, so after we sell GCAD, she was looking for the buy. So if you go on GCAD, Shane, it formed a nice W. And she would have catch that whole most of that buy that happened yesterday. I think kind of a nice W there. Yeah, right there. Right.
And as you see it, you got the charts drawn up, Understand? But
right, and that happened right at the Monday low. Yeah. Right at the Monday.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you realize that this Monday basically was engulfed in another Monday. It just but look at this overall W.
A nice W.
Yeah.
Nice W, right?
So this is what she probably took yesterday.
Yeah, right down here.
Yeah, actually, I was giving the same pattern. Well, most of the gap here is actually more the same, right? But it actually giving
That flag for the sell.
that flag again for the sell. So first is on when you call, take note and see if you get breakout anywhere like below here.
All right, so around London session, you might see these look to continue.
Continue down.
Yeah, continue for the sell.
Take your profit anywhere down here and get out into anywhere down here. Nice 60, 65 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and take it and get out.
All right.
No?
Yeah.
That's it is. So it hopefully London appears a lot like them they give off a sell. They look at the MACD. Actually, see?
Mm-hmm.
They actually starting to
On the M30.
you know what I'm saying?
On the M30, let me see.
Yeah, we check the momentum. Yeah. And you get a look about a new flag.
Right. So you could probably look for the retest on the MACD.
That's why MACD.
Yeah, you retest for the zero line and then possibly continue down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Not possible to give it a drop coming up through the London session.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, so that the odd is what it was looking at me that week in that session.
Right.
I remember that. Well, that probably would drop in London because Great Britain Pound was before Geod and before
Yeah, before odd, yeah, correct.
so right.
Right,
Yeah,
but
so right, so that's what we're looking at. I don't know if anybody got any more periods we're looking at, but overall, as I say, although you're doing the Monday highs and lows, you also look for
flags.
the patterns to help confirm the move. Right?
Correct. Correct.
Look
Correct.
at this here. This overall as the M30. We thought this market was just up. Sorry, I just a rising wedge overall up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a wedge, raising wedge, kinda. Just taking long to drop.
Yeah. We check this, put this out here. Yeah, actually probably get her ready to. If you see, if you follow Stevenson, he's starting to give it that lower.
Yeah, Ryan was saying you can also check the harmonic scanner to see if it coming up for like a reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's something that some people implement.
Okay. And the ones just using harmonic scanner as a confirmation.
Yeah, extra confirmation. Right, well,
Give the W. Give the W probably to come down look for M.
Mm. Right, well, don't forget when you see W's and M's, that's how harmonic patterns will show. Right, with
Exactly.
nice W's for the cell.
Yeah. Great. And if anybody got another period,
Anybody else got any pairs that were following?
What about Euro, US?
You're odd.
Hmm.
So you could share your screen too, buddy.
Oh, I put my phone.
Oh, you playing phone. All right.
You sure about that?
I got my phone for two.
She's a trick saying no Shane.
Your screen. All right, I can share. You say you're on. You can talk me through it though.
She punch your phone for true.
I put my phone. I put my phone.
That's not Akita. Her sister. That's yours got me mixed up. All right, what are we looking at? Oh, there's some movement though.
This damn you're odd. I don't remember this.
I try to stay away from these pairs when I'm doing like this here though. I still master these pairs like this here.
I had to sell trade on this. I get pro and I close it.
Mm.
You see him sell trade, Karen said no. Sorry, get me vexed.
I still holding it. Like thing is, I holding it because it got H4 head and shoulders.
Oh. I'm sorry, get me vexed.
You got the left shoulder here.
Mm-hmm.
Got the head. Right, we got the head. We want to wait until we come back in now to come. Well, head starting to form incomplete format. We want to wait to see price come back in here now to complete head.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They have an H4, H and S.
Doing a nice doing a nice flag there too.
Yeah.
Doing a nice flag there.
If it look left, earlier when we picked this up, we had a nice
Oh yeah.
H and S too.
Mm-hmm.
But this now is the left shoulder. This was the right. Right?
What that look like an overall inverted?
Pardon?
It look like an overall inverted.
So it looked to me like a regular because if I draw my line here.
I mean, if you look at the bigger picture.
Oh, I mean from here?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'll look for the shoulder now. All right, the shoulder's here. The left shoulder is here.
Or even next to that. Even a little to your left of that.
Even here.
Yeah.
The price coming back to the neck line should be coming back to the neck line for a bite. It's possible.
Put the box around it. Let me see. Put the box around it, man. And draw your lanes. Enough for them Mondays in that zone too.
Yeah. We'll use this one. We'll use this one here.
Use the one that you was looking at first.
So one more line up with it.
Cause I just break to the bottom.
Yeah.
I break to the bottom.
Right. So we got price coming here.
Yeah, you gotta click it out and then delete.
So looking at the inverted. Right.
Yeah.
Price.
Right, you can unmute and talk when you're ready to, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah.
I was the Monday to the left as price was coming back to retest that zone.
Say again.
No, I was looking at the other Monday that you went to first.
This one
That
here.
was, I
Mhm.
just see price coming back up and respecting that zone.
So I guess you could just send both and put the horizontal lines on them. Let me see.
The
Let me
raise,
see. Yeah, put the raise. Let me see the levels that get in touch.
it does really look like one big inverted
Yeah, I want a big one.
squats there. Yeah.
If it will go back to that overall, hey, that Shane got the real on no.
Exactly. I was looking at that because if it come back and respect anywhere around here.
It definitely was the flag that is currently out right now. That's a bullish flag. Where price is right now.
That's more bullish, yeah. Bullish buy for continuation,
Yeah.
If we get it continue up, right? Come back and respect this zone here. 1, 2. Oh, we will
What do you call that? That's a fake out?
No, it's too big to be a fake out. Because if we go in the higher time frame, the candles will be still above the line. We look at fake outs when we go in the higher time frame, we look for the candle, not
Right. I see it.
be above.
Yes.
In that case, then we will look at selling, and that's why a lot of us, even me, used to get in the market prematurely because you want to use the higher time frame. So sometimes when you see price in areas like that, you can look at the higher time frames to see if price respected or if it broke through or if it get a long ways there, and then you won't take a chance at
this on the daily time frame that you were on there.
Yeah, I went on the daily, right?
Right. Okay.
Even on 1 hour, and so you can even check because if you check it, if you're on the 1, you check it on the 4, you go back up to the daily. The higher the time frame, the stronger the signal. You will have to for yourself.
Okay.
So even if price comes back up here, though, right? Looking at it, it is a head and shoulders pattern. You realize?
Yeah.
Right? Because we got head. Sorry, we got left shoulder, head, right shoulder.
So no come up farm. And when he was on daily too, I see a nice engulfing that you got marked out there. So that was really a nice zone. Right? If you zoom in.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right, a nice engulfing there. So that was probably why price.
Even we could even bring it down to here.
That's why price might be respecting that close.
Price might even respect there first, right? So yeah. And again, still we bring it across further. You can see we still got the head and shoulders.
Yeah. It's still laying up. And all the weights rejecting from that zone.
Exactly. So this pair was see how lady that thing this pair. She gone?
I know
fell
she
asleep.
gone.
Analyzing your pair, you fell asleep.
Yeah.
You know we back up somebody shit. So
we thinking
probably look for price to come out here. Go watch it.
Right.
Right? And then sell off again. Right? And I will put the area that the take profit area if you want to sell it anywhere along. So here,
Right.
where get out of a consolidation because if you check, it give an inverted head and shoulders. Look at it
Right.
coming up, retest the zone and heading up. No,
They cross over too on the daily.
Like daily, yeah.
Also, daily.
So upward trend.
You know, up,
Mhm.
up.
I
So
think
so
I think yesterday's candle too. Cause this daily candle like here no farming. Yesterday candle was engulfing.
Canada bullish engulfing. Is
Yeah.
engulfing, right? Engulf one, only one, cause that one gone above it. So we got an engulfing candle here as well. We usually wait to help with the engulfing too, or only the full body.
You only look
Just
at
the
your body.
body.
That's the body, right? So you just got engulfing candle here, and they actually continuing up. Probably
So
to
the
this
actual
area here, and then we look for a sell opportunity here, potential sell opportunity.
mhm.
Back
What
to
about the
this area.
that engulfing candle there, like a pole before it started to fly? Would that be a measured move to going up?
I come across.
You
Tell
mean
me when to stop.
the big green one?
That big,
Which one?
Big green one.
come across
Oh, here,
right there, yeah.
here,
As a pole, yeah.
yeah. There's a
So you should look for that measured move going up as well.
oh well, no. I will probably measure the head.
Okay, there's the head.
Yeah, you know,
Head,
look at it and
head
realize
on
we look at it and realize that is a oh gosh, help me, inverted head and shoulders,
inverted. Uh-huh.
right? So compared to the head, right, and then
Right.
Mhm.
probably there, probably will
Right.
go further up to here before it actually drops.
Before it started to reject.
But yeah, before it turn around again. Right.
But first target would be that first.
We got structure here. We see all the time. Right.
Yeah.
Further left. If anything, it peak out here.
Right.
Probably even here.
Uh-huh.
There's about one touch here. Two,
That one there.
three.
Uh-huh.
It'll probably peak there for the fourth, and then even come back. No, so it look like it could potentially go for the next couple of days, or I might give it pull back first, and then go into the peak.
I don't think I got all that there, bro.
If we get out of here, like that'd be to me that'd be a good area. Kamara put the head on it.
It's true. It's true. But
Good
I don't feel it going all that there. I don't feel it going all that
it's exhausting. I would probably give it to
there.
Yeah.
Exhaust all back here. I'll probably give it to both here. This is strong resistance. This is a stronger resistance than all out here.
I know all that there, yeah.
Yeah. So
How many pips it is from the current position to that point that you just selected? From the actual flag there to where you anticipate it should be heading. How many pips?
Okay, I say we into because if we get entry off of here, it'd be good.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, break came up and retest, breaking and retest.
Retest is on right there, lovely retest. Right? Yeah. It went there already. So we can see it going back to this zone where it went already.
Yes.
And from there to there is a lovely 60 pips.
Wow.
Right? remember we're on the daily, so
Oh yes.
daily,
Yeah.
right? Right, and then and that basically to structure. If you look at
Yes.
that, right? If we get it to come anywhere along here, it's along here where we said it will go. It could
Right.
when we measure the head, and when we look left, is 134 pips before it could then probably just crash.
Right.
Right, 'cause that's the area we said that more the stronger resistance where it was touching. So
When they looking at these markets, right? I like to identify all the engulfing. So like this engulfing here that you closer to the right. This bearish one, a small bearish one to the right, somewhere to the right, not left. Next side, yeah,
here,
that one there, right?
yeah,
So since that one farm, price no got a break past that engulfing, right?
yeah.
To
So go
basically,
back.
to basically cancel out that engulfing. So
Mhm.
that's the first level that you're looking for price to see if price start to break past above, and you can even see the wicks,
Yeah, it started to reject
top there,
it.
right? Yeah, the wicks
Mhm.
on top there. So that's the first zone. Anywhere from there above to where the wicks are, you're looking for to see if price break back above that zone, and then it would start to look left to see the next strongest engulfing, which would be the one that we had the zone at, right? It's the one that's 60 pips higher, right? That one, right? So it's
So
just
here,
it's just looking after break one engulfing zone, the next zone that would basically be in power, right?
yeah,
So that's where once it start to break past this current engulfing, because you see market kind of sticking up there a little bit still.
so
Even though
here,
even though we get that bullish engulfing, the wick sort of went through that zone, and before that, all these small body candles were waking up to that zone. Okay, so now we still need that candle to come and close like above that engulfing for that buy.
so say like yesterday, right? This was yesterday's candle, right? This candle should start at 6 today, right? So when I see this close, I could have come down 2 time frames and into the market
For the
on
buy.
the engulfing candle, right? Based on this retest here that we had of this after a strong body
Bullish.
candle, bullish candle broke out, right? It retest here already. It gone up again. This bullish,
That's
bullish,
bullish.
right? Retest bullish, and then it came back down, retest again that good wick, and then we got the bullish engulfing.
Right.
So could have come down actually into the market. Once you identify these things, you could have taken a chance and into the market. And right now, could have been up about 13 pips up to this level.
Right.
I probably won't take that because then you still gotta look at the then a lot of pips. But then as you saying, wait till this candle close probably next day to see if it break this zone. If it don't break this zone, then we probably look for what to sell in the market back down to the zone.
Yeah, let's sell it right now.
Because it's Stevenson in there that was saying that engulfing candle comes in, then it starts to range, and then the engulfing candle leaves. If I follow what he was saying correct.
But the engulfing candle, if we could do more training on it and master it, understand it, do some back testing market is a very strong, powerful aspect of your strategy that you could put in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stevenson always he was showing the other day power of three. Remember once you see the engulfing, you drop down a time frame,
Right.
wait for your flag, and then drop down another time frame and enter. Right?
Continuation, yeah.
And enter for the continuation. Right? So remember our flag will be in this candle here.
Yes.
For this thing. So don't take remember the daily flag, yeah?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my gosh. Almost 2 weeks. Flag.
Yeah. A long flag.
Almost 2 weeks of flag. So tomorrow at some point in time we can probably power tree because I think that that's a good strategy that you can implement in the training plans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just use it already.
It's simple. It's simple, I think. And top-down analysis tomorrow, carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Top-down analysis, right? For me myself, I know trying to understand top-down analysis, that type of stuff. I read it inside the candlestick Bible. Just then Kamari was showing me about the daily and that type of thing that I went back and read it again and start to get it. Or you may sit down and read things. But if you don't understand it practically, you still ain't get it. And I realize it. I gotta go back and go over it again too.
And don't forget too, as your knowledge grows, when you go and read over the same thing, you have a totally different perspective.
Exactly.
Right, so everything can be a lot different as you start to gain more experience and knowledge.
Yeah, so true. Right. So if we could do some more training on that, like the top-down analysis, the matching market, back testing it, and this was who was just speaking. The gentleman was just speaking. Who's this?
Ryan.
Ryan, right? Ryan,
Yeah.
as I was telling you just now, the top-down analysis sometimes on the 1 hour or any other time frame that the weekly or the daily, you see those picking up, just like that, just over or the distance that it was, go to your time frames to check that zone to see if the candle actually was peaking up at that zone because you make a lot of round entries. And tell you the truth, I learned that from right. There was this trade that dropped like almost 200 pips a couple months ago, and he came on and he apologized. He said he didn't do his job, right? Because we look at it, he peaked in the 1 hour, but he didn't mention the 4 hour, and everybody went in for a buy. You know what I'm saying? Buy too, I put half of the house on it too. I put half of the house on it, right? And that half burned down.
Jeez,
But when he came on, he showed us, that he failed because he failed to do it properly. And going to the high time frame to realize, the market was a sell market and not in the buy market, right?
Right.
That is why. But then I remember he has said that they're going to upgrade levels to 8.4. So that's that whole level recently got the 8.4 time frame.
Yeah.
Instead of using the
straight 1 hour.
Straight 1 hour, right? You need that time frame for a bit more confirmation to try to make your trading decision. So you can always look at that. Even when you're using levels or you draw your charts, that type of stuff, market peak out, right? Because remember Kamara that one when I see the retest, and I went in, apart carry, I went in hot. It comes to hell back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw the retest, it break when I saw the retest, I tell myself, it going top. I went in. And it came straight back in the day, sell it. You know, I did
Mm-hmm.
check the high. It just made it
Yeah. But even in
right. So
cases like that, what you just do is just put your stop loss like 15 pips from the support or so, 15, 20 pips or 10 pips, something like that. Because you're
yeah,
looking for that retest and price may fake out a little bit, but if you put like 15 pip, 20 pip stop or from the support or resistance, whatever, that may still be enough to hold you if it fake out a little bit. All right, and if it don't retest and bounce that we're looking for, and that's a manageable stop loss.
yeah, that's a manageable stuff. But if it do the analysis, if it do the analysis good,
Mm-hmm.
you know, use the higher time frames and that type of stuff. You want probably take the chance of getting the trade.
Right.
If it get in, you can't leave your stop loss too big.
Yeah. Correct.
You can't leave your stop loss too big until or all those things you use different confirmations and that type of stuff. Right? The amazing thing about me is that I just come here sitting and talk all these things, but I don't practice them. As and Kamar was speaking earlier about you know um not following trading plan and getting that nervousness,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and that type of stuff. Right? I got a trading plan made for I discussed it already. He tell me what to do, thing, but I just don't follow it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you just gotta follow your training plan. Implement things like the top down analysis and engulfing candles and things because the engulfing candles you realize they give you these zones to look for
Mm-hmm.
and
Correct.
and,
It's good results.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah. Half the
so
battle is just waiting.
yeah, just waiting. Me saying it's a little bit too long, but
Mm-hmm.
give me more confidence if you rushing in the
And
long
sh-
run.
and share my screen a little bit.
Yeah, just stop.
Right. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch. I didn't really get to watch Linar properly, but I only watched the beginning. Right. I only watched the beginning. Let me see. Who's that? Right. And he was looking for like the pound pair and NZUSD. He was what he trained on Rankos this week on Tuesday, but it's still seeing the same thing when it cross over to candlesticks too, right? On the 4 hour, he mainly looking for sells on these pairs. Some divergence, he's seeing NZUSD. I had got a nice sell earlier this week, but then it come back up. So they're looking for it to head back down. Right, so today on the 4 hour we had a nice engulfing, and I get to ride it a little bit, but I was hoping it dropped further. But yes, the trend line hold it back up. So I end up just coming out at break even, and then so when it dropped down, like the power tree, it's starting to flag a bit on the 1 hour. It's starting to flag a bit. We're starting to get some nice rejection there.
So for selling.
Yeah, from the buyers. You get some rejection from the buyers. But the
So
MACD
it's not
still.
pressure?
Yeah, you get selling pressure. I didn't hear what you said clearly. That was
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yeah, selling pressure, correct. All right, so it's still got that selling pressure, and then you got It's nice.
But,
This is probably why it's
yeah.
nice zone there.
If you go left, further left, you're gonna hit again.
Right, and it got a nice zone above there too. Right, that price is already breaking past top here. That kind of yeah. But it was beating for this to sell, but it keep coming back up. Right, so from there above that high is only like 21, it's like 20 pips or so. It's only 4 hour. And we go straight to the daily. All right, so this level here pretty strong on the daily. All right, and this is one of the trades Lindar was looking at too. It's still in that zone, basically that sell zone, but the support on this the resistance on this white white horizontal line is what it was made looking at. All right, if I want to put my stop loss like out to the way, or if I get an entry, that would be a good place. If I didn't wait for confirmation and I just use the exhaustion as confirmation, I don't mind risking 20 pips and just holding. Right, you got all these weights here too. Right.
All the weights, higher time frame.
Yeah, on the 4 hour time frame too. So all of that is good confirmation for me. And let me see how much touches we get on this trend line I draw to it. We adjust the trend line a little bit. So I had this touch here. This Monday come and get a net swing, so I adjust my trend line there. I would have my trend line drawn like something like this before. All right, well when it break down and then break back in and give me a net swing, I would adjust my trend line down at the bottom of that swing.
Right. More of a balance channel.
Yeah. All right, and then it come down and give me like a wick to that trend line. So I would say I got 3 touches, or even 4, and I'm hoping that it look to break soon. Right, and got some divergence as well.
Yeah.
Any indicator coming down, sloping down, but price still trying to push up. Right, so if I look at this, I was looking at it using the power of 4. So that was what made me come out too. Because when I had the engulfing and I enter, I realized, well, this price stick out here, but it can look to flag. Right.
I realize too also it start making the higher highs.
Yeah, start making the higher highs. Right. So it's just for it to change structure and give you a proper low, a nice low. Right. So on the 30-minute, it's starting to get back to that 0 line. And once it give me some green and then dip back below, if it give me a little green and then start to come back down and break my trend line, that would be a nice confirmation for me to enter this trade for the sell. All right. Yeah, no problem here. Right, so that's just a trade that watching. I really got to go through all the pairs properly. And go just consolidating. Go just consolidating. And it's Thanksgiving, so
yeah,
the US pairs might be a little slow, right? We got a lot of consolidation since it's Thanksgiving.
You feel that they will have a lot of movement tomorrow or not really?
It's possible because it's the end of the month too, as well. So because it's the end of the month, that means that people might be closing positions and that kind of thing. So it's very possible, although it's Thanksgiving and Black Friday, that it might have some movement, right? But either way, the other pairs outside of the US may probably still move because I don't think the other countries celebrate Thanksgiving like that.
I don't think so.
All right, so this looking nice too. It's looking nice.
You draw your trend line. I think it's our break too.
We draw next trend right here.
Just about there.
Yeah, it's starting to break. Let me just check the hour.
Go up a bit, man.
Time frame?
24 then. Break on the 4 yet.
Yeah, break on the 4 yet.
Break on the 4 yet. So you want for further stronger confidence, you want to break on the 4?
Yeah, more than likely. All right, but it's still got enough momentum on the MACD too. But because it's seeing the divergence here, that would entice me to kind of want to take this. Right? And with most trades, I just concentrate if I want to get in, how I can manage my risk. Right? Almost every setup, that's the main thing I study. If I get in, first thing, if I put my stop loss above here or whatever the case is, however, I just want to know how I can manage my risk as I'm looking for a trade idea. All right. So even with the Mondays, guys, you know getting that. I don't know if you want to call that 100% retrace there.
Not yet.
Yeah, it barely miss it by Right, well, Shane like to look at his zone, so Shane might call that 100% retest. If you had to put
it's true that there we go.
Yeah, if you had to put a zone there. And the same way that we will look at it as support or resistance. If it comes to that resistance zone and give me that candle confirmation on the hour and close
below.
Yeah. Close.
You get that pin bar confirmation for a reversal.
Yeah, give you that. And once they get that
they've not closed it as an engulfing.
Yeah, engulfing. Yeah, you could risk something. A little 20 pips stop loss or something like that. Trade it back down to the low. 2 to 1. 2 to 1 trade. Right, depend on where the candle close.
Right.
Right, but it's just looking at the different confirmations to see if it's a good trade idea. Right, looking at the different confirmations like divergence, and then they got a resistance level here, the candle pattern, that price giving off. So there's 3 things that I taking into mind. All right, I might go and look at what Lindar looking at for this pair and see if you're looking at it to sell, just to help my peace of mind and give me another confirmation.
Right.
To get in the trade. Right.
Using the tools as well.
Yeah, using the tools, whatever I need to tell myself this is a good trade. I use.
Only one hour though, looking at it, that's a good pattern though.
Good and pattern or Gumby. With the little
Be
thing there.
for
Yeah.
sell.
All right, and pricing really hold above this first above this high right here. Pricing really
Right.
break past that. So even if I put this as my A, B, C, and then looking for D extension, pricing break back past my A yet fully. It start right there. Start right there before it let me zoom in a little bit.
It closed.
Yeah, it closed below this point right here.
Yeah.
You're all we know look at your NZD.
Could you look at what's this? AUD chef?
AUD chef. You're looking at these slow pairs, my man.
Real slow is right.
There are some pairs. I don't know if the guys have them. Remember I showed you the Excel thing that I have with the pairs that move a certain amount of pips a day, right? Probably those are the pairs that we probably could really look to concentrate on the levels.
Okay, that move a certain amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain amount of volatility as well.
Yeah. Right. I have it. I actually have it on my desktop. When you finish, I can share and show it that the rest can see.
Right. Overall, you're looking for your sell on this.
Yeah.
Overall, we're looking for your sell. All right. Ain't a bad trade. It's just following the debt.
Yeah, it does. This period is moved. This period is moved pretty slow.
Yes, it does.
It's just don't move fast at all.
Anything with CHF is move slow.
That Lauren say that you can risk putting a good lot size on because they're not aggressive.
Right.
All right, and like even for beginners too, pairs with CHF and the odd sometimes will move slower, so you could actually you could spend time watching it play out, and it will move with speed and confuse you in a sense.
Makes sense.
It will move a little slow, and you could pace yourself with it and see how price action working out. All the little candles versus a pound pair that up and down, up and down, up and down. And you will get a bit confused with. All right, so yeah, nice flag pattern there. Overall, yeah, all right, break this one. I don't think I would draw that back there. All right, break and coming back.
Flagging though.
All right, for the continuation.
Yeah, that flagging for the continuation.
Yeah,
so where you look to enter oh my gosh.
Kamar.
Not Kamar.
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan, where you look to enter your entry?
Well, I would say that it got to be on the break for that trend line. And then the retest. So I'm probably looking at the yellow line.
The bottom one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put entry there, and then I'll put entry at the bottom if you want to put two entries.
Right.
Them two touches.
Which ones? Which lines?
The last two touches. The first two touches going up.
Right.
Which is the first yellow line coming down. The second yellow line coming down. I will risk entry there. Yeah, right there. And then further down. Further down. Right there. Then you can put another entry. Look for another entry probably there.
Okay.
Where stop loss will be.
just above that high, just above the range.
Yeah, just above the range.
Man, I would even risk because the hour still strong.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get on this fly here, if it break below this zone, I will still risk above there. Based on how Leonardo's enter he trades.
Right. But a small risk.
Yeah, with a small risk, right? Once it start to move below, break and retest, break and then retest to continue down.
Right.
Right? Especially if they
But
had
is that zone the yellow line you gotta be careful with?
yeah.
Yeah,
Right, 'cause right
it's
now
true.
that holding up price. That's
Yeah, that
supporting
whole
the price.
that zone there holding that price, right?
And when it break there, this pink zone can still hold up
Got
support
that
price.
a bottom of Monday.
Yeah, the bottom of Monday.
Therefore,
Yeah, that's still support, so that can still hold up price.
and then it still got that trend in there too.
Yeah, the trend line, right? So all of that, you gotta look at. Oh, a young lady was trading this pair, and she tell me look at it, Chef JPY, right? And it was technical to get in it today. She a nice fly, right? But you say you can wait and watch it a little more. A nice flag, so you get some touches that are trying some clean touches too, right? And then
Sorry, could I get that break over that Monday high? Yeah, Lord.
this one,
Yeah. Bye.
yeah. But I looking at let me see let me see if the spot is still right. This purple Monday here. I looking at this one. Alright, so let me see if I can adjust my screen. So if I at least see some candles. Alright, so 100% no here. It break out to the high first. So we got the shoulder here, the left shoulder. There we got a nice head. Come back 100%.
And broke up as well.
Alright, and then it come back right now to the shoulder. Come back now to the back to the Monday high.
Right.
Alright, to the shoulder here. So I was contemplating a sell, looking for a sell. Right, based on that.
Rejection right there.
Yeah, it's starting to reject no too. Right,
That Monday.
Yeah, it's starting to reject no too. We on the hour time frame, so we get a nice engulfing.
Hey, got your divergence as well.
Yeah, you got some divergence kicking in.
You got your doji. You got your engulfing.
Alright, so I tell myself I would take this trade. Let me see how much pips it'll give me. Back down to the low. It's about 50, yeah, from current market. Back down to the low is 50.
45 then? 45?
Or even if I go for 30.
30.
30 or 25.
Yeah.
Alright, and if I enter stop loss, 50 pips real far. 50 pips. Here.
Don't think in the back of it.
Need
You got some buffer room.
It's true. It's true.
So what they call that above their liquidity? Those highs?
The highs, yeah,
For the
yeah, like anywhere I thought here.
right.
All right, so liquidity will be. I don't really like it when it's like choppy like this, but when like when you get nice news kind of like on the same NZD USD, right, and the market left with like a bullish engulfing, like in this case,
Right.
right down here. So there's an area that the market will come back and test.
Right.
Right, so it was that's a liquid area, and it has no market already. So
Right.
the market will try to come back to these areas, right, a lot of the time.
Right.
Some people is refer to it as the imbalance in the market, because the market move and then retest it. So the market is always trying to balance back out itself.
Right.
So what do you think about doing some position trading on these low lot size, come on?
On low lot size?
Eventually when we go back over the market, we back test any market comes back to touch these areas, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes instead of jumping in or out the market, why you don't try to what do you think about holding them until
Holding them longer.
I mean, you can put 2 entries on it. You can take some short pips to go on.
Like how you can buy, how you close off.
Close off a certain percentage.
Right.
Yeah, they just try it, but it's gonna be easy. It's be hard. It's be hard.
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally.
Mentally.
Yeah, mentally.
Yes.
That red and blue.
Yeah, right.
So you actually see blue.
Yeah, correct.
That's exactly what we want to see.
It's true. It's true, right? So it's best, and depending on the stage of your account too. Because if you got a big account, position trading may be better for you, because you can enter a nice high lot size, and when you ride the trend, it will be worth your ride in a sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, but swing trading is more profitable than position trading, because you're looking to catch every swing, and sometimes if you hold in a position at one point and price come back, you could catch another swing, and then another swing, and you could start all these entries. You could still be holding positions, like hold 2 or 3 positions on the same trade, and then when price move a certain way, you take profit on the first one, and then see if it continues up, and then just look to start another position and take profit on a previous one. Right, so there are different ways you can look to stack your entries on a trade. But after you see a nice swing pattern, you could get in for another trade, another position. And then I think Lindar would say, like, look for, if you get 3 positions on a trade, you're good.
True.
Right, so that you could have got more than one position for that sell before it started to consolidate. Right, so that's why you could look to start your trades. Right, but yeah.
Question. The flags. I having a little difficulty making the channel for the flags. Like the high and the low.
You don't always gotta do that. You don't always gotta do that.
I assume it is best to just let the flag start to play out so you can get the formation.
Yeah, all right. If anything, just even if you want, put a line there before it put one line like bottom, or for the fly like what you got here.
Right.
Just put one line and see what it started to play out. Then you could come back and adjust it. That's just an outline to show you were you looking for after you had an impulse? You're looking for a nice flag.
Right.
I remember the fly too, right? You should really only draw the line when you got 2 or more touches,
Yeah, when you got the touches.
right? If you try to do it one, you would never pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
right? And
Right.
then from the beginning to the very first touch after the beginning, it's very
Right.
important. You draw your line, right? After that, like in between there, let's say breaks higher. I remember in a flag could also form a head and shoulders pattern too,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Yeah.
diagonal head and shoulders, right?
But one is right
You
there
got
now.
the touches. You probably got the touches for the left shoulder. Then they come and pick out the flag. Don't move the line up. Leave it and watch it like well, right? And then you
Right.
can sell within that flag. That may break the flag coming down. You get that flower shoulder and break right down. They break the flag and fall. You get that sell or that buy from the top.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Drop straight down, right? Because if you got 2 touches before, you got left shoulder, you got the break, you could call that a touch too because it will break and come back in. Understand? And then so
Mhm.
that's 3, and then you will come and probably got a retest that is 4. Look for and which become your right shoulder. And for the time you get at it, then you sell. Chances are that's going to break
Yeah.
this line of the
That's right. Like the
understand?
flag and then the trend line.
So you could also got a head and shoulders pattern within the flag,
Yeah.
right? Which change your continuation,
Right. To go down.
yeah, to go down or up, whichever direction you mark it, you picked it up. So all those training is just it's just so much that you can do
Mm-hmm.
to make money, but it's just the settling, the discipline, the time to go in the market and analyze the market properly. You understand? And
Yeah.
and plan your trades.
Yeah.
Plan your trades and then think but it also comes with practice and as I said, the dedication of time. And if we keep on doing things like these, right, as much as we can, I tell you, it'll be much easier.
Yeah.
Much. Yeah, we got real lives and things and live and things so but for me personally, my life on hold until I get not my life on hold, but certain things on hold in my life things I don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You understand? Until I
Yeah.
get this here, until I get this here sorted out, and until I
Yes.
get this right. You understand?
Yeah.
Certain things that like stop for me, honestly. Certain things, I'm saying everything, but certain things that stop for me until they sort out.
That's
That
true.
trade there, Kima. I'm looking at that for but
Yeah.
So, bye. Yeah.
uh-huh. It's a long wedge.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Took you long. Took you long. Hey, looking at it for a bit too. Let's see if you can spot some.
Inverted.
Not the virgin. So you're more looking for. Anytime you see an impulse and then price start to uh, extend
Slow.
further, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's how it's ending for my wages. When
Mhm.
it's the impulse and then it start to keep trickling.
Right.
Right, that whole age is made up for wedges.
Yeah. You can buy off of that area. Broken lane. Again, some rejection in that area.
Like right here,
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
got a little bit
Nice
there,
structure though.
got a bit right there too.
Yeah.
We got left. We got structure too.
And right here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
left. It was support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you got structure there straight across. Right now, if you look at it, a structure zone.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, a nice structures on there.
Should be able to give whip pairs Aussie, New Zealand. Probably get 30 pip back up.
Or they're looking for this to buy every cents too.
Plus, it has to retest too.
Yeah. Remember is right. Remember know there. Right, so it actually break back above that zone and touch it back just now.
Where is the Monday?
Monday is here in purple.
Inverted head and shoulders.
Yes.
So you could probably risk getting in break the trend line and put some loss underneath the flag.
Right. That's cool.
Right, because it break back out of that zone with a nice candle and it come back and retest it.
Right.
So once it hold the zone and thing, once it hold the zone and break the trend line, goes up to get in and rest on the hill.
You might start to see them that Lindar talk about too. You might see those wicks that Lindar spoke about too.
Yeah, you might see more of it coming up there. Right, and that's like nice 17 pips or something like that. If you want to put underneath the zone, 30 pips.
30 pips.
Yeah, that's from when it started to break the trend line. Right, not bad risk to reward, but enough of these pairs is the slow pairs, the slowish pairs. This here, Chef JPY is the slowest one too.
We can start on periods that just give us the pips on a daily basis though.
Yeah. I was looking for something. I had something like that before.
Yeah, I actually had it. Somebody had brought it up in the call.
Yeah, I think it's me that posted.
I could share a minute tomorrow.
Yeah. And start the recording now.
Yeah.